Hello to anyone who is watching this stream. Uh, no one else is going to be watching it other than myself at a later date. But anyway, I decided to do a walkthrough of the new story quest from 2.2. I've not dedicated as much time as I used to this game because I've been playing Grand Cross lately more than Genshin, mostly due to the release of the PC client for Grand Cross. So I think it's about time I catch up with the story in Genshin, and what better way to do it than actually trying a stream walkthrough of the actual story. Now, if you haven't done this and you don't want to be spoiled, maybe the video isn't for you. Although with my two subscribers right now, I'm pretty sure no one else can complain about it. So here we go. Side note, my Beidou is currently double crowned, working on triple crowning her because she is my main character. Last video I just did a walkthrough of the daily commissions with Beidou, and I did not specify anything in regards to what I'm currently wearing as items and such on my Beidou. I know she's not the greatest build ever. I mean, she does have some of my strongest artifacts, but still, you could say it was a child Shoff, other than more than a Beidou. But I do like her, and I do want to use her as a main DPS because she's like the first character I got that I actually wanted to play, and I've invested a lot of resources into her. So first things first, I will be using a reshade. Let me tone this down because I can't hear anything. Two should work with foreign music, maybe free. So I will be using a reshade preset that I picked up from YouTube. Uh, there's a YouTube channel that is mostly dedicated to visual enhancement for video games. I've seen this particular channel has multiple games featured, and Genshin is one of them. So I picked up one of the reshade templates, and I'm currently using it to play the game. It does make it look a little better than it does initially. It did initially, and let me see, what was the channel? I do feel like I need to mention him because he did provide us with the reshade for free, which not a lot of people do. Uh, Let me look this up right now. Probably should have done it previously. Uh, okay, so the channel I'm referring to is lt.ripjaws. That's REPJAWS. Some decent tutorials on how to actually install Reshade, as well as a custom build that he did, so you won't have to install Reshade as well on your PC. You just need to run a script and it works. Just to emphasize on the visual differences, I'm going to enable and disable it right now. This is the default game. And this is the reshade. As you can see, there's a lot more details in the textures around surrounding us, as well as there is light coming from light sources. This is mostly due to another plugin that is optional, and you do need to purchase this one. You'll find more details on the LT Ripjaws channel in regards to how to get those. I just picked up some of his own reshade and did a bit of tweaking because he is mostly dedicated to reflections for screenshots, which are not really good for actual gameplay. However, after doing a little bit of tweaking, I was able to get rid of the strong reflections that he added and just make the RTGI actually work in making light come from actual light sources, which really does make the game look a lot better. So we're done with the intro in regards to the presentation for the visual enhancement, and I believe it's about time we jump into the fight. So the Beidou, she's level 90 out of 90 because I really like this character and decided to make her my first level 90. Second one is Tartaglia, but I'm still working on it. Jianling is 80 out of 90. Didn't initially build her, but I did build her lately because she seems nice. Jean, ever since I got her, I've been having a lot of fun with her, picking up opponents and throwing them away. Also, she's a healer and she has a decently strong ultimate and elemental skill. Chi-Chi, 80 out of 90. Don't laugh, I really like her as a healer. Everybody says she's trash, I fucking love her. Ningguang got a Nula while summoning for someone else. I don't know what I was summoning for, but I did get one before Pity. Quite surprising actually. Didn't invest a lot of her into her because I don't really like the character, but she's a 5-star, so I think I'll probably do her in the future as well. And got a Kokomi while summoning for Beidou dupes. Not a bad character, I'm just not a big fan of her. Also got Diluc a while back. Not the strongest, not my favorite, and I don't really want to build him for now. Aloy, everybody has her, and that's pretty much it. Now in regards to the items, I'm using the Skyward Pride, which is the only 5-star claymore I have. Works like a charm on her. Artifacts, I'm using the 4-piece Thundering Fury. Because I'm playing her mostly as a DPS, I can't be using the new energy set because that one is mostly for support and I don't really care about using Beidou as a support. She's my main DPS. Constellation was lucky enough to get her C4, so I do get the Electron hit, which is really good because I initially wanted to do a different set for her, and that was the Thunder Suver. I did have a 4-piece, but it got worse with time, so I just went with Thundering Fury. Now for the individual pieces, this is the flower, a little bit of crit rate, a little bit of crit damage, some energy recharge. This is the Thunder Suver's plume, probably not be changing for a very long time. She's got HP for her shield and ult shield. Crit damage, quite a bunch of it, crit rate, and some more HP. Timepiece, wasn't lucky enough to get an attack one. HP works as well for Beidou, regardless of what people say, because it gives her more HP so she can tank more when she needs to tank. Mostly when she counters, she gets a shield based on how much HP she has, the amount of damage she can absorb before the counter triggers on its own, also scales with HP, so HP works well for her. Also, we got some crit rate, some crit damage, and some energy recharge, so we can get our ultimate back on time. This is one of the scummiest ones I've got, but it's also the best I've got for her. It's on set with electro damage, both from set and a cap bonus, which really means it's a lot. She gains some attack and some crit rate. Rolled a lot of defense, nothing I can do about that, but it works. Headpiece, didn't really get a crit rate one, so I'm using this attack one. Got some crit damage, energy recharge, and a bunch of HP for counters and such. So as you can see, my Beidou is not the strongest, but she does the job. Now for Child, got Child when the Heart of Death set wasn't even in the game. So yeah. I'm using 2-piece Blast. with some decent artifacts. I gave him this, but I was actually using this for the hydro. I don't know why I changed it. Anyway, must have been some kind of mistake. So I'm using 2-piece Noblesse with 2-piece Heart of Death. As I said previously, I was using Noblesse with Gamblers for the 20% on both Elemental Skill and Burst. But now that Heart of Death is in the game, I got 2-piece Hydro with 2-piece Noblesse. Not the best combo, but it works quite well. Xianling, I'm using the 4-piece Thunder Silver that I was using on Beidou previously, and it's not the best item set for her. I'm working on getting her a 4-piece Severed Fate, but it's a long way from here. And should I say, I guess Jean. Jean is using the Amenoma Kageuchi, which is really good for her. For artifacts, of course, 4-piece Viridescent for the debuff, Animal Goblet, and some decent, I believe, items overall. She's just here for the debuff and heal. Chi-Chi, she's using a 4-piece Pale Flame. She does decent damage, not the greatest, but I just needed someone that can do some extra damage when I couldn't use. I just wanted to do Chi-Chi as a DPS, and she's okay the way she is. Okay, now for the story quest. Situation in Azuma has stabilized, but neither you nor Paimon have been idle. You decide to head over to Adventurers Guild and accept a new commission. Character is currently involved in another quest, so you do need a specific character. Catherine is busy completing the quest, particular offer. Oh, so I have to do this. Okay, let's go do this then. Okay. The guild has received a commission of even greater difficulty than that which you accomplished in Serai. I wonder if you'd be interested. Okay. Person who commissioned this quest is Miss Mida. As for details, might be best for you to get them straight from her. Hold on a second. Who is Miss Mida? Well then, Ad Astra Abyssos, I await the completion of your next feat.
そういえば最近稲妻の情勢も安定してきたけどオイラたちまだ新しい依頼を受けてないよな。このままだとお前の片手剣も錆びちゃうんじゃないか。どうせ暇だし冒険者協会に行ってみようぜ。
So this is Sumida. Okay. Might you be the illustrious Claude? Yes, I am. Paimon's illustrious Paimon. Alright then, so tell me, have you ever obtained the mightiest sword in the village? Yeah, didn't we get that sword from Kea that one time? That does sound very strong, maybe not a bit too deliberately so. Still, have you led a life surrounded by beautiful men and ladies? Nope, never. Did you defeat a giant dragon not long after the story began? Or perhaps did you get wrapped up in some crisis upon which the survival of a nation hung? Have you ever faced off against an elite antagonistic force with a numbered ranking scheme? Can't say I haven't. But hang on, what do you mean by not long after your story began? Or perhaps in fact a traveler from another world, just like the main character in Flowers for Princess Fischl. Wait, what? Can't feel that sense of destiny the protagonist should have from you. Catherine said this was going to be harder. Did she mean that communicating was going to be harder? Yeah. And that's the impression I'm getting. That's it. I'm leaving. Okay, so about your commission. Name's Sumida. It's for my pen name. Haven't finished thinking about it yet. I've got plans to take part in this year's this novel is amazing. As such, I need a reliable adventure to help me make a trip to Tsurumi Island. Tsurumi Island. That's right. The name of my novel is currently The Chronicles of the Sea of Fog. The broad strokes of its plot are as such: a nameless young lady and her adventures in a nation shrouded in perpetual fog. Well, the plot details currently still in the works, but my eventual goal is to write an epic novel that can move hearts and souls like Kino's Travel. Kino's Travels. How do you know of Kino's Travels? Okay. It's that very same Kino's Travels. Is this the same Kino's Travels? Never mind. In which an outlander named Kino, who doesn't quite fit in anywhere, strides across many strange lands. She meets all sorts of people, and she is drawn into all kinds of wicked plots and all manner of cruel wars. Yet each one of her adventures shall someday coalesce into shining gold. Bro, how do you know of Kino's journey, man? Or girl? I don't get it, man. This is she's talking about you. Yep, she is. Got off topic. Actually, I've been reflecting on that habit of mine quite often. It seeps into my writing as well, to the point where I once wrote over 20 pages before ever getting to the point. That's a lot of pages. At that time, I wanted to use the legend of the Kitsune Saigu ushering people into the underground halls of Araomi to save them from a disaster as the basis for a tale about her new incarnation's peaceful life amongst the people of Hanamizaka. To the point, please. So please go to Tsurumi Island and find a way to bring a Maoshiro back to me. This is a traditional instrument of the civilization native to the island, which has been lost for several millennia now. As to why I need one, the fictional, obviously, plot of the Chronicles of the Sea Fog working title takes place on Tsurumi Island when a nameless young lady sets foot upon it. They hear a strange sound, but it's actually the sound of the traditional Moshiro recording in folktales. So please, I want to properly describe its sound, and that's why I need a real Moshiro. Okay, cool. Nah, she's oh, Moshiro. Write a novel. Okay, Paimon. Okay, Paimon. Writing is a most serious endeavor. You must treat the things you are describing with the utmost respect. For example, if you wish to describe Thunder, you must go to Musojin Gorge to experience it. Thunder, okay. That's the only way you can maintain authenticity and credibility. Sounds dangerous. True, and I almost died then too. If Han instructed Kama to get me out of there if he saw that something was going awry. I was laid up in bed for a few days after that rescue. Everything I could see, everything I threw up. It was all purple. Everything I could see, everything I threw up, it was all purple. So like she got struck by lightning and she puked purple? That's weird. But now that I think about it, the fact that everything I threw up was purple might have been a result of my only being able to see in purple at the time. Also, she threw up normally, but she saw it purple, okay. Couldn't get out of bed to write for those few days, and so I missed the deadline. How could you say that? This will come in handy next time if I should ever need to write a convincing scenario, like that time I was swallowed whole by an electro slime. This is a reference to that time I reincarnated as a slime. Okay, cool. In any case, this letter is for you. Pass it to a man named Kama in Rito, and he will take you to Tsurumi Island. This novel is amazing, grand prize is at stake. Well, it's not like I really care about what you're saying, but there is a quest that I have to do. Like the main quest. Can I do it now? Okay, thank you. Go to the Adventurers Guild in Azuma City.
旅人さん、ちょうどいい時に来ましたね。冒険者協会に少々状況の複雑な依頼が届いています。我々の判断では、あなたこそがそれを対処するのに最も適したお方です。
Lay it on me. It's starting to feel like eternity around here.
さすがはあなたですね。では、はっきり言いましょう。今回の依頼者はリーユエから来ており、見た目が個性的な若い音楽家の方です。彼女は臨時の通行証を持っているのですが、もうじき期限切れとなります。追い出されないためにも、このことに詳しい方に頼んで、再び手配してもらわなければなりません。
Does this really count as adventuring?
そんながっかりした顔するなって。なんで厄介事を期待してるんだよ。でもリーユエから来た個性的な音楽家のお姉さんってどこかで会ったことあるような。
Gee, I wonder. I guess it's Jinyan.
あ、おいらわかったぞ。おや、お二方のお知り合いでしたか。その女性は依頼を出した後に天領奉行に向かわれました。そこで彼女に会えると思います。しかし最近は天領奉行も事務で忙しくしていると聞きました。彼女の問題を解決してあげられる時間はないかもしれません。もし本当にあいつだったら、今頃天領奉行の入り口でロックしてるかもな。
I'm not sure that would end well.
でもロックはすごいんだろ。早く行ってみようぜ。万が一治安妨害で捕まってたらまずい。
go to the Tenryou Commission headquarters. Sure, let's go there. You couldn't even remember her name just now.
あれ、旅人とパイモン？あんたらも稲妻に来てたんだな。異教の地で友達と出会えるなんて。あんたらもしかしてライブを見に来たのか？だったらがっかりさせちゃうかもしれないな。
Disappointed.
話すと長くなるんだけど。
Long story.
イリデッセンスツアーって知ってるか？まあ知らなくてもいいんだけどさ、あたいも少し前に聞いたばかりだし。もうよく考えたら最初からすごく怪しかったぜ。主催者側によると、その音楽祭はフォンテーヌが起源でテイワット大陸全土に知れ渡ってるって話だった。けどリーウェ人は誰一人それを聞いたことがなくってな。そいつは道の片隅に夕暮れの実を売る人みたいにポツンと立ってて、だからついかわいそうに思って事情を聞いちまったんだ。なんていうか、お前っていいやつだな。そいつはあたいに資料をたくさん見せてくれた。イリデッセンスツアーは確かにフォンテーヌで最大級の音楽祭だったよ。その舞台に上がることができれば、自分の音楽が大勢の人に好まれてるってことを意味するらしい。おお、じゃあ一躍有名になれるじゃないか。そうだろ、あたいもそう思ったんだよ。もっと多くの人にあたいのロックを知ってもらいたい。だからあたいもイリデッセンスツアーに参加することにしたんだ。それで今年のイリデッセンスツアーは稲妻で開催されるらしくてな。申し込みをした後、全力で新曲のリハーサルをしたんだよ。より最高のステージにするためにわざわざ北斗さんに送ってもらって事前に稲妻まで来たんだよ。シャンリンも応援用の弁当まで作ってくれたんだ。それなのにあの主催者側のやつら、あいつら途中で海難事故に遭って予定通り稲妻に到着できなかったんだ。それであいつらが通りかかった漁港に稲妻まで伝言を頼んで、稲妻官兵がイリデッセンスツアー中止の知らせを出したんだよ。なんで中止なんだ。しかも参加するはずだったあたいがそのことを最後に知るなんて。主催者側が申請した通行証ももらえねえし、今ある臨時のやつももうすぐ期限切れになるし、本当についてねえ。ライブに一番情熱的なのに一番厄介なトラブルに遭うなんて、本当にかわいそうだな。
Well, I guess people will start caring for Jinyan now.
はあ、これが音楽家の試練ってやつなのかもな。でもコンサートが最終的にできなくなるなんて状況は別に初めてじゃない。よし、愚痴はここまでにしよう。意気消沈するような話は終わりだぜ。立ち直りが早すぎる。あたいはロックミュージシャンなんだ。粘り強さこそあたいたちの魂さ。だからすぐに行動を起こすと決めたぜ。冒険者協会に行って助っ人を頼んでいる間、あたいは天領奉行に直接行って事情を聞く。同時進行で解決を図ることにした。でもあたいはもうここに半日も経ってる。天領奉行の武士たちが何をしてるのかわからねえが、ずっと忙しそうにしてるし、あたいに構う時間もないみたいだ。そんな、実は何もやることがなくてサボってるだけなんじゃないか。平気平気、外に出た以上困難はつきものだぜ。旅人、北斗さんからあんたはもう稲妻についてしばらく経っ ってるって聞いた。それなら現地のやり方を知ってるはずだよな。あたいを手伝ってくれないか？よかった。通行証のことが終わったらあんたにも情熱あふれる曲をお礼に作ってやるぜ。
Okay, let's just put this into English because it's weird. I mean, I enjoy playing it in Japanese, but if I'm streaming, I can't be streaming in Japan because, yeah. Okay, negotiate with the officials at the Tenryu Commission headquarters. Yatakoki Yoriki.
You again? I thought I told you we're busy already. You'll have to wait.
Sorry, fellas. Perhaps my agent here can explain.
Is Kujo Sara here?
Madame Kujo-Sara? Oh, you must be the traveler. Is this outsider girl a friend of yours?
Sure is. She got stood up and now she's stuck here, so she needs to extend her travel permit. Come on, what kind of impression are you guys creating for visitors here?
Please, don't be mistaken. We're not purposely delaying anything. Something big happened recently, and the Tenryu Commission is spread thin. We don't have the resources right now. The reason this young lady is still in the queue isn't because she came later than anyone else. It's because there's no one free to take care of smaller issues like travel permits.
Oh, what is this something big?
I can't tell you anymore. Madame Kujo-Sara is in the courtyard. Ask her yourself if you want to understand the situation.
Seems like we don't have much choice.
So they really are busy.
Seems that way, but that's okay. They're just doing their job.
How nice of Jinyan to actually not care.
Why do these samurai look so serious? Like they're about to go to battle.
Formations! Follow the vanguard and assemble outside the city. Traveler. And who else do we have here?
Sorry for interrupting your work.
No harm done. What brings you to the Tenryu Commission headquarters all of a sudden? Is there trouble afoot? Because if there's anything I can help with, don't hesitate to ask.
Finally, someone who can call the shots.
Nice one, Paimon.
I see. It's regrettable that your friend has run into such an unfortunate incident, especially after such a journey. The Tenryu Commission is experiencing a large turnover of personnel in very difficult circumstances. We really are short on people. I apologize for not having tended to your friend's request on time.
It's rare to see you guys struggling like this. What is it this time?
We don't mean to pry.
Oh, yeah! We're just casually asking.
No one's to blame here. Seems I just arrived at a bad time.
How about we make a deal?
Yeah! Why don't you tell us what kind of trouble you're facing, and we'll do our best to help. In return, maybe you could help Xinyan extend her travel permit.
We really could use the extra help, especially from capable individuals like yourselves. All right, here's the situation. Recently, a nameless domain has appeared in the Araumi region. Monsters with incredible strength have been pouring into the area.
But surely the Tenryu Commission are used to dealing with monsters.
The domain appeared quite unexpectedly, and we've come under serious pressure. I've already sent out scouts to investigate. Originally, I was planning to lead a force there myself, but an extended period on the front lines would leave the Tenryo Commission without oversight. It just didn't feel right.
Well, if you need folks who can fight, I'll wager we can certainly be of assistance. Ain't that right, Traveler?
We are pretty handy in combat.
Yeah, we do you a favor and you do us a favor. Got it?
Jeez, are you really giving orders to a general, Paimon?
It's fine. I'm indebted to you. This really is the best solution at the moment. If it were anyone else, I'd have to refuse. But even the almighty Shogun has recognized your abilities, Traveler. I'm happy to assign this task to you.
Ooh, say now. Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself in Inazuma.
Oh well, you know me.
Oh, I'm getting to. Xiangling and the other folks are always saying you're destined for big things. Madam Kujo Sora, where should we go next?
I'll take you over to the location now. I should warn you that I haven't been there myself yet, so I'm not sure how dangerous things could get. As a precaution, please bring sufficient combat equipment and supplies with you.
Can we write off the expenses?
Fair enough. I'll put in a request now.
Hold up. I remember there's a travel permit processing fee. Why don't you write that off, and I'll cover all our other expenses?
That is mighty generous of you, Jinya.
It's nothing. Actually, Beidou gave me a bag of mora to spend before I even got off the ship. Seeing as I'm inconveniencing just about everyone, it's about time I had something to show for it. Why don't we just split it between us? It should cover equipment and supplies, no trouble.
Huh. You are a woman of method and integrity, I see.
No, don't mention it. But don't go forgetting about my permit now.
I will see to it personally. You have nothing to worry about.
Fantastic. Thank you, ma'am.
So it's agreed? All right, let's take care of this domain.
Sounds like a plan. Let's hit the road.
So it's a domain then. Going to the domain to investigate. Oh, okay. It's not that far, is it? Well, first things first, we have to heal, and in order to heal, we need to visit a statue. Okay, and now we can go to the domain. Shame how you can see the shading through the loading screens because of the reshade preset, but it doesn't bother me that much. I sure hope it doesn't bother anyone else.
Hey, look over there!
Those samurai look like they could use some help.
Well, these guys were not here previously.
Ma'am, you're finally here. We were ambushed by monsters at the entrance as soon as we started to investigate. We were able to push most of them back into the domain, but some of them escaped to the southeast. Many of our troops were injured, so I decided to tend to them before issuing the order to pursue. Forgive me.
Southeast? Oh no, there'll be civilians along the way. This is urgent. We need to split up for now. I'll lead a team to pursue the monsters that got away. The situation here, I leave in your hands. I'm sure you don't need reminding, but be careful.
We are professionals.
Don't worry about a thing. We got this.
one more thing. Monsters often try to sneak out from the domain. Keep a close watch on the entrance, and don't let any of them pass, or else...
Watanabe, trust in my judgment.
Yes, ma'am.
Trust in my judgment.
And off she goes.
Wow, she ain't playing, huh?
Well, she is leading an army after all. Okay, let's get over to the entrance.
Go to the domain and guard the gate. Okay. Oh, it's not here, it's... okay.
Look, monsters! Let's take them out!
Come here, buddy.
Race you!
There's something on the ground.
It's just a piece of paper. It looks like a little paper figure. Is it a talisman? Maybe one of the samurai dropped it.
A paper figure, huh? Reminds me of the Shikigami they talk about in the legends.
Shikigami.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time looking into legends from all over Tibet. Well, they give me inspiration for my lyrics. They say in Inazuma there are paper cutouts imbued with magical power that follow their masters wherever they go. Some of them can banish evil, repel monsters, or even protect your home.
Sounds a bit like all that sigil and adepti art stuff they have over in Liyue.
Sounds strong enough not to warrant a fifth of a wild boar measuring system.
What? Paimon is a professional Tibet travel guide and your best friend! Let's see your fighting origami do that!
Wait, look! The Shikigami, it's moving!
Hey there, little paper guy. Can you hear us? Can you talk?
Where am I? Did I faint? Oh no. Wait. Did you see the monsters that escaped from here? Where did they go?
Well, there were monsters around here, all right. But we took care of all of them.
Thank you. And thank goodness they didn't manage to escape. I'd never forgive myself if someone got hurt.
Are you a Shikigami? Those monsters, you didn't let them out, right?
To my knowledge, Shikigami are all about defeating monsters. So what's your story?
My name is Shiki Taisho, and I'm sorry you have to see me like this on our first meeting. This domain is called the Mystic Onmyo Chamber. I'm the overseer in charge here. The Mystic Onmyo Chamber has been in an extended slumber, just as I have. However, a few days ago, under the influence of an unknown power, all the monsters in the domain were suddenly awakened, and the door was opened. Actually, it seems like I may have suffered some memory loss in the process. All I remember is waking up to a living nightmare. I tried my best to stop them. I was surprised to see the monsters turn into paper charms when they were defeated. That's when I remembered that they must also be Onmyodo creations, and form part of this Onmyo chamber, like me.
Onmyodo creations? I don't follow.
I'm sorry. I can't give you a clear explanation right now.
What about yourself?
Me? My sincere apologies. I am a Shikigami, but all I know is that I'm the overseer responsible for this domain. I can't remember who my master is, or why I was created in the first place. I'm a failure.
Yep.
You mean you don't even know if you're one of the good guys? Aw. Hey, don't worry. Paimon heard that those with memory loss sometimes start to remember things when they return to a familiar place. Why don't you try going back into the domain?
I was just about to try that. I still have many unanswered questions, but one thing I'm certain of is that my powers originate from this domain. We might even be one and the same. For some reason, I have a feeling that I should be able to completely control it.
If Shikigami are supposed to help with banishing evil and repelling monsters, you were probably stationed here to guard the entrance. As for your memory loss, did you ever hear those stories? You know, the one where someone loses their memory and forgets about the incredible powers they had? Once they remember, they become invincible again!
Actually, I was just thinking along those lines. Do you think you all can help me out?
The most urgent task is helping you to remember, right? Once your memory's back, you might be able to control the domain again and stop any more monsters from escaping.
Traveler, can I borrow you for a second? This Shiki Taisho has only just woken up and it's lost part of its memory. Do you trust it?
Not sure.
Well, if it really is a guardian of the domain, then we're in good company. But if it's not... Exactly. We shouldn't make any foregone conclusions, but we still gotta be careful. Besides, we still don't know who built this domain or why there are so many monsters inside. We need to get more of an understanding. Paimon, on the other hand, seems to trust it quite a bit. I guess she's still a child at heart.
Paimon has a thing for cute pieces of paper.
Hold on there, Paimon. Let's get a grasp of the situation before we get too hasty.
I understand. Between my mysterious memory loss and my link to this Onmyo chamber, it's normal for you to have your doubts.
Why don't you let me test your sincerity?
Sincerity? Ooh, sounds like something interesting is about to happen.
You may not believe it, but music lovers like myself are able to use a special kind of language that isn't used by ordinary folks. This language can be transmitted to others in the form of music itself.
So what are you gonna do? Sing him to honesty?
Ooh, special language! Paimon wants to hear it!
Well, I don't.
It's an honest language that touches the true depths of the heart. I'll be using this language to perform a test to see if our friend Shiki Taisho here is truly trustworthy.
Music? That's not something I have much experience with. But I'm willing to accept any trials you deem necessary. All I want to do is take care of the crisis at hand.
All right. Well, then listen up and look lively. Hope your spines ain't shivering too much.
Wish I had a second option here to tell her that I didn't like that, but
But
fine.
you only played one song. Is that enough for the test?
The language I spoke was hidden in the music. You won't notice it, but it'll find its way into your heart and expand your mind. Every soul reacts differently to this kind of language. Just tell me how it made you feel, and I'll tell you the color of your soul.
What? That sounds amazing.
A kind heart? A heart forced into evil deeds? A heart closed off from having grown used to misfortune? All of them come in different colors. So, Shiki Taisho, tell me, what did my music make you feel?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure I understand. I've never heard music like this before, so it's impossible for me to grasp the hidden intricacies. What I can say is that my body and soul, if I have a soul, has been uplifted by your melody. I can see the world that you described.
World.
I'm not sure how to put it, but it felt like I was wandering aimlessly on a path with a mist all around me. It felt like I was wounded, and my head was aching. There were sounds coming from beyond the mist that frightened me, and I worried I was about to be swallowed by some hidden danger. But all I could do was continue forward. I didn't know where my destination was, but it felt like someone was waiting there for me.
I have to say that is very detailed.
Wow. That's a lot of feels for a piece of paper. Maybe Paimon failed the test. All Paimon could think of was a bunch of people eating grilled fish.
Grilled fish. I think I saw something similar to that. I was grilling fish with people whose faces I couldn't make out. There was a fire at the end of the mist. People were sitting around with freshly caught fish on bamboo skewers. I'd transformed into an actual person. I was having dinner with them, and yet I had the feeling that I'd be leaving and continuing on my way again once the sun rose.
An endless journey. And there wasn't any fighting. Mighty interesting. So my melody didn't conjure up any thoughts of fighting for you?
Oh, should it have?
No. You gave a great answer. I had a few friends listen to that tune before as well. Your answer really reminded me of theirs. As far as songs go, it's pretty complex with a lot of twists and turns, but the image you had prevailed the whole way through. You must be very similar to those friends of mine.
Are you talking about Xiangling and Beidou?
That's right. I'll wager you're a like-minded being. Based on your answer, I'm willing to trust you.
Really? I was just trying to describe how I felt. I didn't think you'd be able to trust me so quickly.
That's because this is all still mysterious to you. I have no doubt about the language of music. It tells me who I can trust. Music ain't bound to anything. It's free in the truest sense of the word. Shiki Taisho, to me, out of all the things you could have thought of, the images you landed on make me feel like we were supposed to run into you.
Thank you very much, young lady.
No need to thank me. Trusting you is an extension of my belief in my musical intuition. Not to strum my own chord or anything. Well, this is all just my own opinion, and everyone's entitled to theirs. But for the moment, it seems like we're all in the same boat either way. Traveler, I hope you can see to allowing Shiki Taisho to tag along for now.
I will never forget the kindness you've all shown me. I'm certain I can be of help to you. If only I can regain my memories.
Oh, enough of that. We're not helping you because we need something from you. The most important thing now is to prepare ourselves for what lies ahead. Traveler, we better get combat ready. Let's see what this here domain has to offer. Maybe we can take care of everything before Madame Kujo Sara gets back.
Let's go.
For adventurers at our level, there isn't a domain out there that we can't handle.
Enter the Mystic Onion Chamber. So I have to do one of these to proceed with the story, huh? Huh? Party's equipment and cheeky. Taisha's charm magic. Cannot change them during a trial. We have a combat team, a support team, and a carry?
Strange. The Mystic Omnio Chamber doesn't look special in any way.
True, but I can sense my power regenerating. I feel much better now.
Wait, look over there. Is there someone here already?
Someone inside the domain? I can't believe it. Who would choose to enter a domain like this one?
They look familiar.
Oh, I was wondering who it could be, but it seems you.
That voice.
I heard your footsteps and thought, who in Tevat would set foot in such a dangerous domain?
It's you!
Then I heard your voice and, well, it all made sense.
It's
been a long time, Traveler. You're getting bolder.
Child, what are you doing here? The domain. Wait, are you responsible for all this?
Child. He's on the tall side, isn't he?
That's a good one. Also goes by Tartaglia.
Hello, miss. Tartaglia will do just fine. I'm...
Paimon will tell you who he is. He's someone who shows up before bad things happen.
Hey now, all this time apart and this is the greeting I get?
You know what Paimon's talking about? Wait. Xinyan doesn't know what Paimon's talking about. And knowing Xinyan, if she found out about Child's actions in Liyue... Oh, boy.
Interesting attire, but I think she's a Liyue girl. Now then, perhaps I should just be upfront.
How about this?
Actually, I want to start by...
This is an adventurer we befriended in Mondstadt. Child is just a nickname we gave him.
Huh?
Tartaglia here is always messing stuff up. Even when the dangers are obvious, he just recklessly charges in. Something an adventurer should never do. So we get a little annoyed with him sometimes.
Yes. I couldn't have put it better myself. I too am an adventurer, and I've caused my fair share of trouble for Paimon and the Traveler here, for which I'm unfathomably sorry.
Oh, so you're a Mondstadter. Pleasure to meet you. I'm from Liyue myself. The name's Xinyan, and the name of the game is rock and roll.
The pleasure's all mine. So, are you here to explore the domain too?
That's right. We're trying to find out why the monsters here are so active. According to Shiki Taisho here, this domain is known as the Mystic Onmyo Chamber. There are lots of dangerous monsters inside that were created using Onmyodo.
A domain that lets its monsters escape into the outside world. What forces are at play here? As for me, I stumbled in almost by accident. But now I'm curious about this mystery. We adventurers don't rest until the truth comes to light. It's in our nature. So, do you mind if I join you guys? I can offer my aid in return. If you haven't heard, I'm pretty handy in a fight.
Traveler, what do you think?
You're not going to reject me, are you? Oh, don't be so cruel, Traveler. You know how strong I am. Now we're talking.
Another addition to the Shiki Taisho memory hunting crew. There's strength in numbers.
I'm assuming Shiki Taisho is the little paper fellow here, right? A simple yet captivating design. And look at the little face! I bet my brother would love one.
Is he complimenting me?
Yeah, take it as a compliment.
All right. Why don't I bring our new companion up to speed?
You said that you're the overseer here, but I didn't see you when I entered. That must mean you were already unconscious by the time I arrived, correct?
I believe so.
Well, brother, maybe if you'd have slowed down a little bit, you would have noticed.
Brother? That's a very intimate way of addressing someone. I like it. You remind me of my little sister. So, according to the information we have, it's very possible that Shiki Taisho is the guardian of this domain. I'm sure we'll find out the truth of that soon enough. Shiki Taisho also says that its power has been regenerating ever since it set foot here. It might even be able to absorb more power the further in we go.
Shiki Taisho, can you remember anything yet? Or do you feel different in any way?
They say that everything about Shikigami is derived from magic. Perhaps the more powerful our friend here becomes, the more likely it is that they'll recover their memories.
Now that I've been here a little while, I have a vague sense that I should be able to control certain parts of this domain. Overseers are supposed to have that ability.
I've taken care of the monsters in this room. They all turned into tattered paper charms when I defeated them. That was some exhilarating combat, but I'm afraid I can't seem to find a way to progress further. Shiki Taisho, as our resident overseer, Do you have any tricks up your sleeve?
Allow me to give it a try.
What in tarnation? The door opened!
Anyone else getting the creeps here? It looks real eerie. Someone else go in front. Tails, how about you?
I smell danger.
It's the scent of monsters, the aroma of battle. The monsters here are strong. Fierce fighting awaits us, but I wouldn't have it any other way. You guys should learn to see the fun side of combat.
Well, I don't care how strong they are. They'll be ashes when I'm finished with them.
Make sure you guys protect us! Especially Paimon.
What is it, Shikitaisho?
I hear something. An echo. This place. Yes, this used to be my dominion. I should be able to do more than just open doors and activate mechanisms here. Fight. I should know how to fight. Everyone, I've just remembered some combat techniques. Please, allow me to assist you in battle with Shikifuda and Onmyodo.
You may use Shikitaisho charm magic during trials to use Shikifuda you have selected. Every room of every trial will have its own corresponding emplacement. Activating an already placement of Ferocious will trigger a battle in which you must defeat all your opponents. Complete these challenges to draw charms. When you have activated a decisive, powerful boss will appear. Completing these charms in the first level of every trial will allow you to draw a charm. Every room of every trial will have its own corresponding emplacement. Activating Curative will allow you to heal members in both combat and support, revive any fallen characters, or change party configuration. Every room of every trial, corresponding emplacement. Charm to draw charms. When you perform draws, you encounter cursed heals and thus suffer from their negative effects. Trials contain hidden traps known as cursed fields. Stepping onto one such trap can either cause an explosion or cause you to be afflicted by a cursed field's negative effects. Click on the minimap to check the details of this current trial zone and the certain areas you have explored and the zones around them. You may select Leave for now when exiting a trial to save the current trial progress. If you select End, the trial will reset.
Cold beer after a hard day's work. Nothing like it.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Back off!
Oh, I see. So this charm that you draw is actually like the spiral abyss thing.
There are 4 great spirits and 3 spokes in the Mitsudomoe. This domain is a magnificent work of Onmyodo. Over 1,000 types of Shikifuda were once placed here, 9 of which are recognized as high magic. Onmyodo can expel evil and repel monsters. When used wisely, it can be of great help to martial artists. The secrets therein are all hidden within these Shikifuda. But why did people want to do battle in this domain? On the way here, I noticed many damaged Shikifuda and all kinds of weapons, as well as the scent of grilled fish. Who was it that left all this behind?
business. There's one more! Feel my blade! The fairy! Finally, say no more! Hell this! Boom! The fairy! to business.
One more opponent.
Finally.
Not bad.
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt. No time.
Nice.
Not bad. That was some perilous action. I've experienced close calls like that before.
No surprise to see Child enjoying himself. Do you really enjoy fighting that much?
Of course, I relish this kind of endless fighting. Putting your life on the line, giving your all, and leaving nothing on the battlefield.
I guess bringing Child along does have its advantages. We're making quick work of these monsters.
Hey, watch your step. What is that? This paper cutout looks just like Shiki Taisho.
I know what this is. It's a replica of me. A mass-produced Shikigami based on my design. It has my power, and possibly a portion of my memories. I should fuse with it.
How was it? What'd you see?
Harunosuke.
Harunosuke?
My master, Kamuna Harunosuke. He was the first Onmyoji of Inazuma and a master of charm magic. He created me and this domain and lived here in seclusion for a very long time.
Huh. So it was your master that created this place.
But what was his reason behind creating you in the domain?
I'm sorry. I'm not sure of that myself just yet.
Perhaps he was passionate about Omiodo? Maybe when he discovered how strong he was, he decided to create a place like this to hone his abilities, to become even stronger.
It's possible. Those obsessed with certain disciplines are often capable of incredible feats. Perhaps that was the case with Kamuna Harunosuke. Onmyodo may have been everything to him, so he created a domain to train in. But he couldn't foresee that something would go wrong with the domain, that he would lose control of the Onmyodo, and that his Shikigami would turn into monsters.
What? Shikigami can turn into monsters?
That's not possible, right? That could be bad news for us.
I'm just shooting in the dark here. If the monsters weren't originating from the Shikigami or paper charms, where were they coming from? The Inazuman authorities must have caught wind of this place and sent people here to seal it off, sending Shiki Taisho into a deep sleep in the process.
No. Even though I still can't recall what he looked like, or how it felt to be in his company, there is one thing I'm certain of. With his ability, there's no way Kamuna would have made an error like this with his Onmyodo. More importantly, I'm sure he wouldn't have been so irresponsible.
Oh, really? Well then, that leaves us with the worst assumption of all. What if Kamuna Harunosuke is evil, and created this domain to enhance his own Myoto? What if he succeeded in creating monsters that could become weapons? That would make him a problem, and you would be his accomplice.
Evil? Accomplice? Using monsters as weapons?
Easy, Red. Isn't it a little early to be jumping to conclusions? Shiki Taisho passed my test and earned my trust. I don't like the way you're talking.
Hey, I'm merely making inferences based on Shiki Taisho's memories. I'm not trying to cast doubt on him, and it's true that we don't have any decisive evidence. But we do need to understand the situation here. Besides, Is being used as a weapon really that bad? Alright. The next room should be through that door. Let's see if we can find more of Shiki Taisho's replicas and help him restore his memories. Who knows? We may even find Kamuna Harunosuke himself somewhere further in. I wonder how strong of a fighter he is. I'd like to go a few rounds with him.
Let's keep moving forward.
Huh? How do we get back out here? Wasn't that door meant to take us to the next room?
Uh-oh. Where's Shiki Taisho and Red? Oh, are they still in the domain? Oh, no. We can't get back in. It's stopping outsiders from entering.
What's that rumbling? Can you feel it?
Oh, this ain't good. We can't make any hasty decisions. Traveler, Paimon, let's just wait it out for a minute.
Hey!
Huh? Kujisara, you're back so soon.
Not soon enough. We spent a long time chasing those monsters down. They were cunning and surprisingly good. How are things looking here?
Actually...
No other monsters have emerged since we defeated the ones at the entrance. However, strange noises keep coming from inside the domain. Something big must be happening, but we reckon it might be too dangerous to enter. We're waiting for the noises to stop before going in to investigate.
I can sense a power is resisting us. We've already expended a lot of strength intercepting those monsters. Investigating the truth of this domain would be difficult. We need to be fully prepared.
Ma'am, it's not looking good for the wounded soldiers, but we came across a few scattered monsters on the way back. If I may be so bold, we need you to bring up the rear and escort the wounded back to the city.
I suppose it can't be helped. I'll send the wounded back to Inazuma City and dispatch an elite force here. You've already been a great help. Please, return to the city with us.
Well, that's mighty kind, Madam Cujo, but we're not out of strength yet. In fact, we've plenty to go around. We can keep taking care of things here. You do what you gotta do. We'll keep a close eye on the entrance for you.
I'm very grateful.
Oh, if we're gonna help someone, we're gonna help them all the way through to the end.
Yeah, we can get a fire going and eat some grilled fish while you're away.
I just got a wave of new inspiration. I'm gonna write a song about this daredevil trip to Inazuma.
We at the Tenryou Commission will forever remember your contributions to our cause. I'll be sure to reward each and every one of you properly once this is all over. For now, I leave this domain in your hands. Please keep a careful watch. Watanabe will be stationed in the area. Be sure to alert him if anything unexpected happens.
Shinyan, did you leave out the part about us entering the domain on purpose? Don't think Paimon didn't notice.
You got me. Well, I bet you were fixing to do the same, huh? There's still a lot we don't know about the domain. If we get the authorities involved, we might end up with more problems than we started with. Now, let me be clear. I ain't biased in favor of Shiki Taisho. It's just, Those memories are really important to him. Before we find out the truth about his origin, we shouldn't go making assumptions. Yeah, and it's a terrible feeling to be misunderstood. I would know. Sometimes people are too ready to judge a book by its cover and don't have the patience to read the pages. Sometimes a glance is all it takes. And once someone's misunderstood, they got a hell of a job trying to change people's minds. Rock and roll is great music, but it's also easily misunderstood. I made a friend of Shiki Taisho as soon as he heard the language I was speaking. I need to find my own way of helping him. That's right. We're gonna have to prove Shiki Taisho's innocence before she returns. I need to ask a favor. Can you guys keep the Tenryou Commission's campaign against the domain a secret from Shiki Taisho?
You're really considerate, Shinyan. You really care about Shiki Taisho's memory loss.
Could I call myself a friend if I didn't? Huh? Well, there's that noise again. Let me take a look.
Wait! Paimon wants to take a look too! So you really think we should tell him? Then again, if he turns on us when we lay it all out there, Paimon will have your back! There's no way we're losing to a tiny paper cutout, not on Paimon's watch!
Traveler, come quick!
I failed again.
Shiki Taisho, are you okay?
I'm fine. I had to use up some of my power just now to counter the resistance from within the domain. The door just now must have actually been a disguised mechanism. As soon as anyone touches it, all the rooms inside the Onmyo chamber are rearranged. It seems that no one can enter during the transition. It's all my fault. If only I could exert real control over the domain, we wouldn't be in this situation.
There's no need to go blaming yourself. By the way, where's Child? He's not still inside, is he?
I couldn't say, but that man possesses an incredible aura. He's unlike any ordinary person. He enjoys fighting and knows no fear of it. Maybe someone like that really can succeed in conquering this domain.
He's a troublemaker, but he could be in serious danger right now. We can't let him perish in there. He's the strongest on the team.
He was hardly breaking a sweat in there. I think we should have faith in his abilities. As much as I hate sitting around, if even Shiki Taisho can't get back in, there's not much we can do right now. Well, while we're waiting, I'm gonna think about my song. Shiki Taisho, you want to listen to some new music?
I'd love to. But my mind is restless.
But you're just a piece of paper. Are you really more restless than we are?
Trust me when I say that I'm well aware of the risks you're taking to help me. The experiences, battles, and injuries you've gone through in the domain are all my responsibility.
Us Liyue folk are all about maintaining a tranquil mind. Things will only get worse if you let frustration take a hold of you. But there are some things in life that resist the more you try to repress them, that make for freedom the more you try to tie them down. That's the kind of tenacity that gets me fired up.
You're talking about things like rock and roll, right?
Right on! It's powerful yet flexible, with a stubbornness that never surrenders to the challenges ahead. That's the existence I strive for.
I see. Then let us wait for the opportune moment together, Miss Xinyan.
Now that's more like it. Well, Traveler, if you got other matters to attend to, let's split up for the meantime. We can rendezvous somewhere close by when the domain is open again.
Once, there was a glorious kingdom.
Here to serve.
Ad Astra Abyssos. Thank you for completing today's commissions.
Hey, traveler. Long time no see. You been keeping well? Oh, so you've completely forgotten who I am, huh? I'm Chusa, chief mate of the Alcor. You hitched a ride with us to Inazuma, in case you'd forgotten?
Nah, she's just kidding with you, Jusa. Of course we remember you.
I was gonna say, this is the Alcor we're talking about here, and I'm the chief mate to boot. Not me, actually. It's Kaidahara Kid, a temporary crew member of ours. You know him, right? He came back with us on the return trip from Inazuma. I don't know what's been going on with him, but he was in really high spirits the whole way back. He kept trying to get everyone to join him for some poetry and song. Unfortunately, no one on board, from Captain Beidou to Little Yue, has that kind of, no, I mean sophistication. We don't have an ounce of the stuff between the whole crew. So once we got to Liyue, he disembarked and disappeared off into Mother Nature. I'm gonna say he probably couldn't bear being around a bunch of uncouth sailors a second longer. Then, not long after that, we got a message from him telling us to keep an eye out for you. Didn't give the specifics, he just said that if we saw you, we should tell you he wants to chat with you. From the tone of the message, it didn't sound all that serious. Then again, who'd be asking for the likes of you unless it was some sort of major crisis?
Actually, we deal with little things all the time, don't we?
Oh, huh. Never would have have guessed. So you do everyone's odd jobs too. No wonder the captain's so fond of you. She's got a soft spot for the honest, hard-working folks of this world, you know? Getting sidetracked. Please go check up on Kaedahara Kid when you get the chance. Last I heard, he was hanging around the north of Liyue. I've got some things to do on the boat. See you around and safe travels!
While the bridge slowly withers, the strings gently whisper a twilight melody from the solitary zither.
Hey, Kaedahara Kid! So, what are you up to here? We've come to help!
You made it. Good to see you again. This appellation, Kaedahara Kid, when uttered by Paimon, it takes on a whole new tone.
Paimon learned it from Chief Mate Juza.
What makes you say that? Do I usually mope around as if perpetually hounded by adverse fate?
It's 'cause Juza said that you needed us for something. We didn't expect to find you admiring the scenery and reciting poetry without a care in the whole world.
The events of Inazuma are behind me, and no longer linger on my mind. Now I return to Liyue. It is the natural time to explore all the verses and melodies that arise from this land. As to the matter requiring your assistance, there was none to begin with. Unfortunately, you are too late for that, because now there is.
Huh? That was really confusing. There was none to begin with, but somehow now there still is. What? Have you been eating those wild plants that you're not supposed to? 'Cause you're talking total baloney.
Shh. Listen. What do you think?
Wow. Well, Paimon thinks you play just like another bard we know, who plays for loose change.
Oh? You're friends with a professional bard? I hope I have the chance to meet them someday. Very good. You're right. More to the point, however, it has a certain special ability. I acquired this anonymous ancient zither from an abandoned cave dwelling as I was exploring the mountains. When I first found it, it was old, but intact. The sight of it inspired me, and suddenly I found myself strumming. To my surprise, as soon as the melody began, my mind began to drift, and I could hear the sound of someone playing along with me. Somehow, it all felt so familiar.
Just to circle back for a second, are you sure you haven't been eating anything suspicious that makes you see things that aren't there?
I don't believe so, because when the melody ended, my mind became completely clear again. That's when I finally started to inspect my surroundings properly. As expected, it was a place full of mystery. The cave was overrun with weeds, so I imagine the owner left a long time ago. but the table and chair were spotless and gave off a fine and delicate fragrance. Even the ever-present sound of the wind fell silent in that place. It was quite miraculous. I can only assume that it must have been the treasure trove of a fabled Liyue Adeptus.
Whoa! So this instrument is an Adeptus treasure?
Who can say? Regardless, it was a wondrous experience, and after it was over, I thought to myself, I simply must share this with a friend. But in Liyue, besides Captain Beidou, you are the only friend I have. I doubt this would interest Beidou in the least, so I decided to invite you to share this experience. I asked Chief Mate Juza to be on the lookout for you, but unfortunately, the ancient zither broke before you arrived. The fault is my own. I've been taking it everywhere with me, and playing it too often.
Oh, so even Adepti treasures break in the end?
If eternity lies out of reach, even for the mighty Electro Archon herself, then it is all the more elusive for everything else.
Uh-oh. Well, please be super-duper careful with our Serenity Pot.
Luckily, in this case, the breakage is fixable. It's more akin to hibernation than anything else. The energy within the instrument has dissipated with the passage of time. All we need to do is find the right material, and we can awaken it once again. If I heard correctly, the material in question should be the glaze lily. As I've mentioned before, the wind carries with it the whispers of everything that resides in the world. And I am attuned to some of what they say. So I am privy to a few fragments of this ancient zither's history. Go on. I'll wait here for you. You are the savior of Liyue Harbor. I'm sure this should be well within your ability to handle. You've returned, even before the wind could bring tidings of your progress. This is quite astonishing. How did you achieve it?
Maybe she's got a few more tricks up her sleeve than you thought.
Let me see. Good. These are fine specimens. There will be plenty. If we extract the juices and apply them to the body of the instrument, it should awaken from its present slumber. Yes, there it is. That familiar feeling. It's awoken. Come, try it for yourself. It's all yours. Can a poet not be forthright in expression? Then let me rephrase. This instrument is my gift unto you. I came back to Liyue to listen to what this region of the world has to say. In these vast and ancient lands watched over by the Geo-Archon, there are countless soft voices to be heard. This gives me all the satisfaction I desire. Of course, should there come a day when you wish to part with this instrument, I will come to collect it. But I hope that day will never come. Well, my onward journey beckons. What is the customary Liyue saying at moments like this? Ah, yes, we will meet again.
Where have you been hiding? Where have you been hiding?
What's happening? Chivalry will never die.
Nice. I'm starting to lose count. Eyes on me! I'm starting to lose count.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Now I got stomach cramps. Open sesame! Oh, now I'm hungry.
Where have you been hiding? Power the desert fight off! No, my sword!
Get them!
Nice. I'm starting to lose count. you been hiding?
No, my sword!
And I guess this is it. These are all the new quests. Not very interesting compared to the rest of the story. Thanks for watching and have a great day as well.
hard to remain on dry land for so long. Never quite seem to get my land legs back. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.